Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Good morning to those of you who are in the morning. Can everybody hear me? Okay, so you guys can hear me? Okay. Somebody was saying they couldn't hear. So I'm glad everybody can hear me. So who is still stuck in this winter storm that you weren't ready for? Good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. Good. Okay, Rosie, I'm glad you can hear. I wish our snow was melting coffee. We are in for another foot or so tomorrow, so we just got shoveled out from the last 3-4 feet we got, and we got more coming tomorrow. So at least today is a good day. The sun is out. It's not melting anything, but it is out. Hello, Julie. I was speaking with somebody yesterday that said they were not prepared for the snow that they got. They got about a foot of snow. And I said, welcome to my nightmare. That's a dusting for us. We're used to it up here and we're prepared for it. We all have wood stoves and generators and stuff like that. But the places that aren't prepared for snow because they generally don't get it have gotten walloped. And I hear there's a lot that still don't even have power. I seen on the news, it was so sad. An older lady. Hello, Missy. Thank you for joining. Des will be in shortly too. I seen an older lady, she looked probably in her 70s, saying that her husband passed away because his oxygen machine went out because they had no power. So, I mean, it's sad. Yeah, was that in Texas, Deborah? It's okay, Sadie, we haven't started yet. Welcome. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Mama Shan says we have a lot of snow and more coming. Yeah, we got about 4.5 feet, and we got another foot or so coming tomorrow. But I mean, we're used to this kind of snow here. So, and actually we had a very easy winter. We had no snow until nearing the end of January, and usually our snow starts nearing the end of October, beginning of November. Usually by the second week of November, we got a couple feet. So we lucked out this year. Well, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Thank you for your super chat. Eastern Idaho. So you guys are getting walloped too. So Deborah Hardesty says that an 11-year-old boy went to sleep and never woke up. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, we've all got to pray for Texas because they're not used to this at all. Oh, that is sad, Deborah. Yeah, so if they don't have plows to plow the roads, like that's like, how do they get rid of all that snow? Like I know here, like we got quite a few plows, and we've got the salt trucks, and we've got the farm equipment and everything that for the winter, people with trucks and everything that all, you know, mid-October they're putting their plows on. So yeah, so if they don't have anything to clean the snow or anything like that, it's like they're in big trouble. Like I'm surprised that by now they haven't brought in plows and stuff from other areas to help. Oh my gosh. Like it's a disaster there, you guys. So we got to say a prayer for them and keep them in our prayers and in our thoughts. Yes, this last year has been horrible. So you guys, I just got on Discord. So that's going to be something else I'm going to have to learn. Doug from No Thanks Investigates has started his own Discord to, you know, a place for us to chit chat and whatnot and keep the trolls out and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to be something else that I'm going to have to learn how to use now. I just got kind of sort of used to the Twitter thing and the Facebook thing. I'm feeling a lot better, Karen. Thank you for asking. Some of my tests have come back, and they've come back favorable. There was nothing, I hate to say the C word, but that's what they were concerned about. And all my tests for that came back cancer-free. So I'm very happy about that. Anything else I can deal with. That C word, I don't even like saying it. So yeah, I have no idea what Discord is. I was just sent the link from Doug to join it. I've joined it, and now it'll be another week or so before I figure out how to use it. So any of you that are over there on the Discord, and if you see me mess up, have some patience, please. Yes, Julie, I am doing a lot better. There's some other things that they want to do, but oh, thank you, Deborah, for that super chat. I appreciate it. Yes, it was very good news. That was really, like, anything else can be dealt with and fixed. You know what I mean? Fairly easy. But that C word scares the crap out of me. So, but yes, I am feeling a heck of a lot better. I still got the cough, but and I'm trying to cut down on my smoking because I do want to quit. So that's going to be the next thing. Well, I wish you luck with that, Rosie. I hope everything goes well. We'll be saying a little prayer for you. I have faith that that is going to go just perfect. I had a friend of mine have cataracts done, and he doesn't even need glasses anymore. So I wish you all the best with that, and I will be thinking of you on Tuesday. Yeah, there's a few C words I don't like, Missy, but I don't know where Des is. If she's coming in, let me just give her a message here. Oh, good, Rosie. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so we got about 63 people in here now. Only 24 likes. Come on, you guys. It's free. Smash that like button, please. It also helps to get the message out that we've gone live, because a lot of people are saying that they're not getting the notifications. So hitting that like button helps to get it out there that I am live too. So if you can smash that like button, I would appreciate it, you guys. Okay, so we're going to start with, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, everybody who's smashing the like button. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Orrin and Orson case. There's some things, I've gotten a lot of emails and things sent to me that I have had a chance to go over some of it. Now, I can't verify any of this, you guys. And I usually don't like talking about stuff I have not verified for myself yet, but I think it's worth talking about. There's one person that I do trust with verifying facts, so there is some of it that has been verified, but and one was a phone call that I'm not going to mention any channels. Let's not do that because I don't need any drama. But there was a channel that had a lady call in saying that she's the owner of a store and that she's seen the boys on the 21st of November at 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard that lady who called in and said that she's seen them, and apparently she had this big long conversation with Giselle and Jacqueline, and that they told her a bunch of things, and apparently at one point said one of the little ones had cancer and that's why he was all bruised up. I don't, my opinion, you guys, I don't believe her. Okay, for many reasons. She sounded very, there she is. Hey, sis. Thank you for coming in. I know Des has got a lot on her plate. So apparently one of the boys was all swollen up. His hand was swollen. He had bruises on his body. He had swollen face and head area. And she said it looked like they were trying to cover them up. I just can't get on board with believing what this lady is saying. Number one, why would you wait this long to bring that out? Number two, through her conversation that she was having with another YouTuber online, when he would ask a question, a specific question, it would be it's like she was almost like looking through notes to find how to answer that. She stumbled a couple times. There was a lot of ums and ahs and ahs, and I'm very much leaning towards I don't believe it. I think it's just another distraction. There's also another video that's out there that says, this person has the video up and says, Orrin and Orson, look at, see, they were seen going out the gate. I watched the video, I blew it up and watched it, and in my honest opinion, it's wrong. All I see is Trezell out in the back. She points out a part of the video where it looks like two boys, like, because it's shorter up against the fence. I believe that's when he was bending over, doing whatever he was doing with the wood. I've watched it over and over and over, and that's what I am seeing in that video. I do not see the kids at all. I believe what she thinks, where she says she sees the kids going out the gate. I believe that that is Trezell going in and out of the gate. I believe that it's him bent over, grabbing wood, throwing it type thing, and you're seeing kind of like a shadow thing from that. I don't believe that that is the boys at all. So that's another a parent citing or somebody saying on the 21st they were seen because they're seen in the video leaving the gate. I don't believe it's the boys. I believe that was Trezell bending over, picking up wood, doing what he was doing, whatever he was doing with that wood. There's other video cameras that would have seen the boys come out of that backyard, and there's nothing. There's other houses on the other side that had CCTV footage. Apparently it's been turned over to the police. And if the boys went out of that backyard, believe me, that would have been shown. There's nothing to prove that the boys went out of that backyard except for somebody putting out a video saying, look at it, it looks like two people. It's not. It's a shadow, and it's Trezell bent over doing whatever he's doing with the wood. That's why when he stands up, you see his height up against the fence. When he's bent over, of course he's going to be half his size. So that's what I think about that. What do you guys think about that? Have any of you seen that video? Yeah, because you don't see the boys. Like, you can see through that fence. You don't see the boys coming towards that fence, going back from that fence, nothing. You would see it. Okay, and the lady on the call, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe her. There's too much. And she's saying that like, what she says Trezell and Jacqueline said to her, you got to remember, Trezell and Jacqueline, when they were living in Bakersfield, they wouldn't even say hello to neighbors. You know what I mean? People would try and engage them in conversation, and they would short, sweet, like maybe a wave, hi, that's it. You would get nothing else from them. Okay. They moved to Cal City to live off grid because they didn't want to be around anybody. They didn't want to talk to anybody. They didn't want nothing to do with anybody. So to believe that they went into this store and gave up all this information and talked to this total stranger at a store is just too far-fetched to believe. I don't see it. I don't see it at all happening. What do you guys think? Like, do you think that Trezell and Jacqueline would change their character that much as to when they lived in Bakersfield, would not talk to anybody, would not interact with anybody, wanted nothing really to do with anybody, moved out to Cal City to get off grid, away from, so they didn't have close neighbors, blah, 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 just to go into a store and divulge everything that this lady says that they divulged? I don't believe it. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it. So many red flags there, which leads me to believe, why? Why is this woman making this up? Distractions. If you go back to my reads, I talk about there's going to be a lot of distractions. They are distracting. Okay, and if what she said would be true, that would mean the boys were in Cal City. Right? So, is this woman making this story up to bring the focus back to Cal City because maybe she knows something? That the boys are in Cal City? You know what I mean? I don't believe that they are in Bakersfield or anywhere near Bakersfield. And this is why I was talking about this with Des just not long ago before we got on the live here. The perfect thing to happen, hear me out, and then I want to know what you guys think. And if you think I'm wrong, tell me that too. Like, I don't mind criticism as long as it's done respectfully. They're living in Bakersfield with these 6 kids. For some reason, they did not want Orrin and Orson anymore for whatever reason. We don't even need to know that right now, okay? Just for this explanation only. They're living in Cal City. Everybody around them in Cal City knows they got these 6 little boys, blah, 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 blah. So they decide they want to get off grid. They want to get away from all these people. So what they're going to do is they're going to buy this house out in Cal City, which is, you know, they got no neighbors on each side of them, you know, can live off grid, whatever they wanted to do for whatever reason, doesn't really matter for this explanation and this explanation only. So my theory is that in Bakersfield, they couldn't do nothing to the kids because the neighbors knew that these boys were there. They couldn't do nothing to the boys there. So California City, kids had never been seen there. So when they moved to Cal City, nobody there in Cal City around them is going to know how many kids they have at all. Okay, so let's keep this in mind. Bakersfield, they know they have all these kids. Cal City, they have no idea yet who's even moving in. If they have kids, if they have a zoo, they don't know. Okay, so I believe, okay, and this is why they packed up all their stuff and moved to Cal City. And during that move is when they got rid of the boys. Because this is why. They would have to show everybody in Bakersfield that knew these boys were there, they had moved. They've taken all the kids and they're moving. Cal City doesn't know how many kids they have yet, the neighbors and everybody there. So if they were to be seen, and people are saying that they never even seen any kids, but if they were to see kids there, they only want them to see the 4. This is why I believe it was between the move from Bakersfield to Cal City, somewhere along that route, they disposed of Orrin and Orson. So when they got to Cal City, all that the neighbors there would ever see was the 4 kids, and they would never be questioned. Okay? Now, the reason I believe that they are at the park, Central Park in Cal City, is nobody would ever question why a dad is there with 2 boys in a park. Behind the baseball diamond there is a lot of treed area that could be hidden in to do whatever he was going to do with the boys. He could have had stuff hidden there already to put the boys in to dispose of, and then right there into the water with the trees as camouflage so nobody's seen what he was doing. That water is so toxic and full of bacteria. It's not like anybody would be going in there to swim or fish because it's so toxic, the water, and full of bacteria. Nobody would want to eat any fish or anything out of there. Perfect place to dispose of those bodies. Also, close enough to their new home where he could keep an eye on their remains, like not coming up to the surface, stuff like that. If they did start coming up to the surface, that he could throw more things on there to weigh it back down. You know what I mean, people? I feel like he had to dispose of them close enough to their new home that he could keep an eye on what was going on around where he disposed of them. So that is my theory and why I think that way. What do you guys think? Yes, DJ. Exactly. The neighbors in Bakersfield would not think nothing of it because they left with all the kids. The neighbors in Cal City wouldn't think nothing of it because if they did even see kids, they would only see 4 because they were already disposed of in between. And this is what I think. And I think that he disposed of them at the Central Park at Cal City. So it was still close enough to their home in Cal City. So he could keep an eye on if they were found. And it would also feed into his story of them going missing from Cal City because they would be found in that area. And he even said that. They got to be around here somewhere. He knows where they are. And I believe that that is where they are. And my cards are still telling me the same thing. And it's still, yes, it's like a 3-4 minute drive from their Cal City house. You could practically walk there. And that gives him, you know, access to keep an eye on it also. And yes, like I've already addressed that call from this woman. I don't believe her whatsoever. I think that she was put out there to do this call as a distraction. I think it's a big distraction. I don't think she's seen the boys at all. And like I said, there is no way that Jacqueline and Trezell, look at how private they were. They wouldn't even say a hello to their neighbors in Bakersfield. They wanted Cal City to be away from everybody. Why the heck would they go into a store and talk to a total stranger about anything of their life? That's why I'm saying I don't believe it for a second. Her whole interview was full of ums and ahs and backtracking, and almost like she was searching through her notes to find answers to questions that she was being asked, etc. Yes, a lot are talking about the landfill too. I don't think that. Don't forget, people, when you got to kind of put yourself into their mindset. They're not going to be disposing of children where they can be easily seen. Okay, so anywhere that there's houses around, where people frequent, stuff like that, where there could possibly be cameras, that's not going to be the spot. They're not going to do that. I think they looked for the perfect place, and I think the perfect place was that ball diamond, because they wouldn't be out of sorts there, a dad at the park with his two kids. And I believe he waited for it to start getting dark and people to all leave. And then he did what he did. So when you go looking in areas, it's not going to be off a little bike path. It's not going to be where people go fishing. It's not going to be, along the highway where there's constant flow of traffic. It's going to be where they can seclude themselves to do what they need to do without houses around, without a constant stream of traffic, somewhere where they could go under the cover of darkness that is very close, because you want to do it, get it done, get it over with, get in your truck and get the hell out of there, right? As quick as possible. And that park fits. And this is what I think every time somebody says, oh, you got to check here. I think I'll go to maps, I'll look at the place. Is it viable? Could they do it? Sorry, guys. Can they do it there? Number one, without being seen, quickly, secluded, easy access, without looking like out of the ordinary, right? If you go alongside of a highway or under an underpass and there's a little dirt trail or something and you drive down there, people are going to wonder, why is that van down there? You know what I mean? It's going to be somewhere you don't want to bring attention to yourself. What better place than to park your van at the park, have your boys playing, maybe throwing a ball with them. Nothing out of the ordinary there at all. Cover of darkness starts setting in, people are gone. Nobody's going to, think back at something. Oh, I seen a father and son playing at a ballpark. You know what I mean? It's not. Now, if you've seen a fire truck at that ballpark, it's going to be, oh my God, I see a fire truck at because it's out of place. You see what I'm saying? It's out of place. Or you see, like something that's out of place. You're going to remember that. You're not going to really think anything of a father playing at a ball diamond with his kids. You're not. It's not going to raise any red flags. Whereas, like an ambulance or a fire truck showing up there, hey, whoa, what's going on there? That's out of sorts. That's not right. What's going on there? That's what I'm trying to, like a hypothetical to tell you what, I have a hard time explaining my thought process here, but it's very well thought out that he did this where he wasn't going to make himself look out of sorts. Like, it's nothing out of the ordinary. And it's nothing out of the ordinary for a dad to be at a ball diamond playing ball with his kids. Now, if you're in an area like by that water tower and you see a van parked off to the side and some guy out in the middle of the field there, that's gonna, hey, what's this guy doing over there? You know what I mean? And there's enough traffic around there that people would say, hey, look at that van down there. What's he doing? Especially if he's digging and burying and stuff. Like, what's this guy doing? It's out of sorts. People pay attention to that stuff, and people remember that stuff. You see where I'm going with this, you guys? Yes, Heather, I've been in contact with Heather and Janet, and they have been going out to the park, and she tested that water, and bacterial level was off the roof. You know, and Heather and Janet have been doing a lot of good searching out there. And I do believe that is where they are. And that is where my reads are still saying they are. It makes sense. So it's not only that I'm being drawn to that area by my cards, it makes sense. And that's why, and I'm sad to say this, because I feel like a lot of people are putting their own time, heart, blood, sweat, tears, money into doing searches. And this is why I feel they keep being led, go back to Bakersfield, go back to Bakersfield. They're trying to keep them away from Cal City. So they keep throwing out these ideas that search here in Bakersfield, search up here, search up here, search up here. They're trying to keep them away from Cal City. They can either drain them, Julie, or they can get protective gear to go into that area. Like, you can't just dive in that area without protective gear because of the bacteria. Like, you will get sick. But this is why I believe that people are being drawn back out to Bakersfield, because people are saying Bakersfield, Bakersfield, Bakersfield. They don't want the boys found in Bakersfield. It wouldn't fit their narrative that they said that they escaped the backyard. Things have to fit that narrative. They came up with that for a reason. So when the kids are found in Cal City, that it's going to fit their narrative and their story that they told. So I believe that, and this is only my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, I believe that when searchers are sent out to Bakersfield, it's a distraction. Yes, Rosie, they would. They would need full-on gear. Yeah, I wouldn't have no idea how to even contact those people. I'm in Canada, so, but yes, something needs to be done. Okay, so moving on, Suzanne Morphew case. Things are going to be heating up there soon. Searches are going to start being done again once the snow and ice have melted to a point where they can get into some areas. I believe Adventures with Purpose have said that they would be willing to go back out there. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe that's what they said when they had initially gone out there, but the lakes were frozen where they wanted to search. So I believe that will be coming up, you guys. The searches are going to start again as soon as the weather permits. People have not forgot about her. I'm actually going to do maybe another read just to see, you know, how maybe Suzanne is feeling, if there's anything new. There's been a lot of talk recently about Barry Morphew and what he is up to, and I want to do a read on that to see what my cards tell me. Now, there's some information that's out there about this new girlfriend he has. Apparently, she's had a slew of legal problems. Apparently, she has some degrees for nursing. Some have expired. I think there's one that is still active. But I also heard that one of her friends was a housekeeper for one of Barry's good friends, and that she could very well have been a housekeeper for Suzanne at one point. I believe there's one deed that is still active. I believe it's some kind of assistant nursing thing that's still active, but all her nursing things are expired. But this woman that it is apparently, now I don't know this for sure, but she's apparently Barry's new girlfriend. There's some interesting things that I have picked up on. Now, the video that I watched stated that she's had a slew of legal problems, and one of them is a theft. Apparently, she broke into an ex-boyfriend's place, damaged the place, stole some stuff. There's also, she was put on probation or something. She broke her probation, so she went back to jail. And I believe that there's an outstanding civil suit against her for over $100,000 that she owes somebody. There was some theft involved. There's a bunch of things. I'm not going to get into it all, but she's had an extensive criminal record too. So, and the lady that did the video on this used a good phrase, birds of a feather flock together, and I believe that. But what I find interesting is this woman was also married a few times, and when this lady did a search on her, apparently she did own some houses in the past that were around the $100,000 mark, like blue collar, weren't in the best areas in Colorado. So that gives you some kind of background on this lady. But now apparently, thank you again for that, Julie. I appreciate that. I'll put in Texas Echo Search. I don't know if it would help. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. And thank you for your super chat. Now, what I'm going to get to here is apparently she is Barry's new girlfriend, which is being alleged. And what I find funny is when you look into her history with all her criminal history, and that there's a civil case where she owes somebody $100,000 in a civil suit, and she has owned houses around the $100,000 mark that she doesn't own anymore, that have with her ex-husband, which have, I believe, have been sold, or the ex-husband now has full ownership. What I find funny is she just made a cash purchase on a house for $420,000. Cash. It was a cash purchase. So, Bear, is this new girlfriend of yours dipping into your money? I mean, honey pot? Is this something that she is doing for Barry in case he is caught? He doesn't have this in his name, so it wouldn't be open for any lawsuits that Suzanne's family will bring towards him. If he bought this house cash and put it in his new girlfriend's name, where did she get this $420,000? She has an outstanding $100,000 lawsuit against her. She's never owned anything any house in the past anywhere near almost $500,000. She doesn't have the funds for that. She doesn't have a job that would warrant even getting a loan. And how would you get a loan if you have all these judgments against you? So did Barry give her the $420,000 to buy this house cash? Is this helping Barry hide assets? Now, apparently there is also this girl, this apparently new girlfriend of Barry's is also good friends with somebody in a very high standing at this church. And apparently Barry has brought this new girlfriend to the church that him and Suzanne used to attend. So is this actually a girlfriend of Barry's, or is this another gopher for Barry? Is this another person who is hiding things for Barry? What do you guys think? I'm anxious to see what you guys think of that. Oh, Julie, me too, hon. I feel so sorry for that family. Yes, could be either, could be both. I've seen, I'm not going to say it. I just don't know. This is an older woman. I believe she's 51 or 52. And I just can't see Barry lowering himself for someone like to have on his arm. Like Suzanne was a beautiful woman, smart, beautiful inside and out, very pretty lady. Is he going to go for somebody who is older, who has a criminal record, that has judgments against her, is not of the same stature as Suzanne? I don't know. Like, I just don't think that he would do that. So I believe that he is Leslie, you know better, lady. We haven't started that yet. I don't want people starting to put donations for the mini reads when we haven't started yet, because I don't even have my paper set up here yet. But Leslie, I will please nobody else no more until Des announces that we're going to start. So he will help this guy go down. Yeah. Well, that's why, like, since I didn't want to do it right away, guys, I have more respect. That's okay, hun. It's okay, Les. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, and I didn't want to disrespect anybody by doing a read soon after Suzanne's father passed. I have more respect than that. So that's why I have waited. And I think time has come that I think I need to do an updated read regarding Suzanne now that her dad has been reunited with her, and they have had time to adjust and cross over properly and reunite. So I think more information may come out. I think Suzanne's dad is going to help her bring forth some more information. So that's why I think that it's time to do another read on Suzanne. What do you guys think? Would you guys want to see that? Yes, I do believe that Barry is using everybody around him. Yeah, she's been on my mind a lot lately. That's okay, Leslie. I've got you on the list, hon, but we're not starting yet, so. Okay, so that's going to be my next public read, you guys, is going to be Suzanne. Yeah, I think also this lady had brought out, it's somebody, investigator is her channel name. Okay, so it looks like you guys want that, so yes, so that's what's going to be the next public read, is updated read on Suzanne and how she is now that she's got her dad with her, and we'll see what we can get. Now I forget where I was going. I believe Barry uses the people around him to his advantage. If you can't help him, then he keeps you at a distance. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think, me personally, I don't feel like this is a new girlfriend. I think that this is a new person that he is bringing under his wing type thing. Like, look, I need you to do this for me. I need to hide $420,000 that can't be touched if I go down for this. And I just realized this, you guys, that I hadn't lit the candle. If I go down for this, I need, you know, this house in your name so you can sell it, and or you know, like, money, it's money in the bank, you know what I mean? And what's he doing for her for doing this for him? Is he going to help her out with these legal problems she has? Maybe a place to stay? You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of connections with this woman and that church. It's her best friend is high up in that church somewhere. And why does Barry feel comfortable going to church with this woman? I honestly, people, I don't believe that he's involved with her in that way. I think that, yes, Gulf Coast girl, perfect. Thank you for reading my mind. One hand washing the other. Yes. 101 people in here, 70 likes. Come on, you guys. It's free. Smash that like button, please. Yeah, there's so many similarities, Rosie. This Lori and Chad, oh my God, I don't want to get into that circus today. But I did find some more paperwork that was filed that wasn't there the day of the hearing. It wasn't on the court page. I mean, it has been dealt with, but if you guys would like me to do an overview of that at some point in time, then I can do that. Hello, Doug. Oh, I'm glad you're here and listening, Doug. Drive safe, please. We worry about you. Hello, Jamie. Hands on the wheel there, Doug. Doug, we need to find something that we can plug into your phone that you can talk into and it types it out for you. So yes, if you guys haven't checked out Doug's channel, head on over there. He's got a good footage. Like, I love his drone stuff. I can't say that enough. No Thanks Investigates. Go on over there and subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of good coverage over there. And he's like continuing, you guys, feet on the ground. Trying to voice text, but every time it shuts you down. Oh. Well, thank you, Shanna. I love you too. I'm glad that you love the channel. Each and every one of you are family here. So, and I'm grateful for that. Like I said, I've always said I've got the best subscribers ever. So, yes, he is actually boots on the ground and an eye in the sky. So that's my new quote for you, Doug. Boots on the ground and an eye in the sky. Yes, Doug, we're waiting to see some footage with that drone, with that GoPro underwater. Were you able to get it when you can answer safely? Were you able to get it into the water behind the baseball diamond? I am so anxious. Thank you for sharing, Doug. I appreciate it. Oh, we're up to 82, 103 people, 82 likes. Smash that like button, please, you guys. It's free. Okay, so what about a fishing with a J hook in the lake? Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. Like something like a metal pole or something with the hook at the end, almost like you get at, like at a swimming pool when they got to pull somebody out of the water because they're drowning. They got that long pole with the hook at the end. That would be perfect. A fishing net, I don't think would pull. It would. Their little bodies would be way too heavy, because I believe that they are in something that's also weighted down. So I don't think a fishing net would work. Cool. Good to know, Doug. Yeah, and a magnet wouldn't do it if they are in like plastic totes, and I would assume plastic totes that have been tied, because plastic is going to take a long time to rot away, whereas something wood or something just weighted down, even if they were tied with huge rocks around their feet and thrown in, what happens when the body starts decomposing, the body really shrinks, so they would slip out of anything tied to them. So I believe they are in plastic totes. Right. And like I said, Jessica, I believe there's a lot of distractions going on with people saying, go search here, go search there. You got to keep in mind, somebody's not going to dispose of a body in an area where they would look out of place or easily seen. So that rules out a lot of areas that people are being sent to. Even the landfill, trucks are in and out of there all the time dumping garbage. They would be found fairly easy there. Like 2 totes or boxes or anything tied up and thrown in there would be out of sorts. You know what I mean? They're at that Central Park in that water. It makes sense. Every time I've tried to debunk why that won't be where they are, I haven't been able to. It perfectly fits, and it's still within reach of where they live, so he can keep an eye on the site. Everything fits. The people in Bakersfield see them leaving with all the kids, but only 4 make it to Cal City. Trezell says in his interview, they got to be around here somewhere. Within every lie, there's an ounce of truth. Okay, so I have watched over and over and over and over and picked at the things where I believe, has given me clues. I've gone over the interviews to try and debunk where I think and where my cards are saying they are. I haven't gotten anything. Not to debunk it. Everything still points to the Central Park in Cal City, the area behind that ball diamond. Okay, you guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Des put up the instruction on how to get your mini read. I am going to take a minute. No thanks to Trisha wants to know if you have an Amazon wish list. Yeah, make an Amazon wish list. I don't know how to do it either, so. Okay, so I'm going to get Des to put up the instructions on how to get your mini read. I'm going to go and heat up my trusty coffee. And then I'm going to get into shuffling up the cards and getting ready to do the mini read. So just give me a second, you guys, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Okay, so we're going to start taking names, you guys. I've got Leslie. You're already on the list, Leslie, for your mini read. We are going to be start to do those now. Michelle, I got you. And you want to hear from your best friend, Shara. Shara. I've got you. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to start shuffling up the cards here. Okay, Lisa Hogan, I got you. And your father, Bob. Des, I got you. Good to hear from Mom. DJ. Julie, it is $10 for the mini reads. And DJ, you want to hear from Donnie? I got you. Juju, I am going to be doing an updated read on Maya Millette too. That is also on my list, but I'd like to give some time in between. Okay, J Patrol, I got you. Best friend forever, Dad Joe. I got you. Yes, isn't that horrible? So yes, I will be doing an updated read on Maya Millette too. She is on the list. I want to do the Suzanne Morphew one first. Oh, her husband did talk? Oops. Okay, Julie, who did you want to hear from? I got your second $5 there. I need a name of who you want a message from heaven from. Doug, I got you on the list. It's on me for everything that you are doing out there. And I think your mom, who did you want to hear from, Doug? Your mom, Susan? I will ask that for your read, Julie, but I don't know what we're going to get with your read, but we will try and do that around your read. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Okay, Mary. I need a name, Mary, of who you want to hear a message from heaven from. Jessica A, I got Eddie. Des, I already said that. I was going to do it on me, but anyway, okay. From Miss Auntie Adrian. And that's his mom's sister. Okay, so you want a message from heaven from Kim Proctor. Okay, got room for a couple more, you guys. And we're going to be starting soon. Once I start, I will not be taking any more requests. As you guys know, I do not I do not look at the chat when I'm doing my reads, as I focus on the reads themselves. Looking at the chat just distracts me. So once I start doing the reads, I will not be taking any more names for mini reads. So if you do want one, please get it in now. I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we are going to start. Ooh, cards are full of energy today. Rosie says next week, please, Willow. Next week what? Rosie, what next week? Adrienne. Okay, I got that, Doug. You guys, we're almost ready to start here. So if you do want to read, get it in now. I'll give it until 2:15, you guys. So another 5 minutes for you guys to get. Anybody else? Missy, depending on what they are in. If they, Missy asks, I hate to ask this, but would there be anything left of the boys if they are in water? If they are in a plastic tote, would be a lot better. If they are just in the water itself, the bacteria and bugs and fish and whatever else is in that water would I'm trying to say this as respectfully as I can, would break down their bodies a lot faster. But if they are wrapped in something and put in plastic totes and tied up, it could preserve their bodies a lot better. Okay, Rosie, no problem. Lisa, yes, you can do more than one if you wish to pay for another one, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Anne. I think you have to erase what's there, backspace on it, Crystal, and put in the $10. Okay, another minute or two, guys, and then I'm going to start. Crystal, just put in the $9.99 then. That's fine. That's weird. Okay, I've got room for 2 more, you guys. Okay, Juju. And you want to hear from your dad? Okay. Got room for 1 more, you guys. One more. Lisa Hogan. Okay, and you want Aunt Louise? Okay. Okay, so we're going to start. Okay, Deborah. You need to put another $5 in there, Deborah. Oh, Crystal, you trying to get one in too, hon? It's taking forever to send. Okay, well, I'll wait on you. Deborah Hardesty, you need to put in another $5. There we go. Deborah, who do you want to hear from, hon? Please give me a name of who you want a message from heaven from. Thank you, Rosie. Deborah, I'm waiting on a name of who you want a message from heaven from. Dad? Okay. Okay, Crystal, we're going to watch for yours to come up. Okay, so Doug says, I'll do my best to get back there tonight to Central Park, but you got to understand a lot of the draining area has been drained, and the workers told me that they know what's going on with that part. Really? I'll try to get the bottom of it, and I'll be back in Bakersfield again, but try to get back out, like I said, tonight to one of those areas, and work all of it tomorrow. I'll get that Amazon wish list together if anybody wants to help out someone. Thanks again. I'm listening, just driving. Okay, no problem, Doug. I wonder why they're draining that park. Juju said her dad's name is Dennis. Dad Dennis. Okay, thank you, Des. You're a doll. I love you. Oh, thank you, Shivani. Yes, kudos to Doug. Everybody give him a a thumbs up and a subscribe to his channel. He is doing amazing, 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 amazing. And we really appreciate him. It was a good, I watched you and Benny, your last video, Doug, and it was very informative. I liked it. Very good. And I'm glad that you have somebody else now too on your team that is no holes barred and doesn't take any crap either, because we need a lot more of that. We need less of the coming to somebody's channel just to attack them type thing. You know what I mean? It's, you know, you're doing a lot of good work out there, and it just irritates me to no end when people go there and attack you on your channel. I don't like it. I was thinking about that. It was, Doug, you've made me howl a couple times. It's like, oh my God, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. And it's like, oh my God, if he falls in that water, it's not going to be good. Yeah, I can just imagine, Doug. Okay, so we are going to get going here, you guys, on these reads. So, like I said, I do not watch chat while I am doing the reads. I will be taking breaks in between. I'll do, okay, there's Crystals. Okay, Crystal. I got you, and you want to hear from Chelsea. Okay, that's it, you guys. There's no more being taken. I am going to start the reads. Okay, so first is Leslie, and she wants to hear from her husband, Orson. No problem, Crystal. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I do not watch the chat while I'm doing this. So if you do have any questions or comments you want me to see, please wait until I take the break. I will be doing probably 4 or 5 minis and take a little break until we get through the list. I will do that each time. Okay, for Leslie, what is going on with you? What do we have for you this week, Leslie? Okay, as I was shuffling these, getting ready, you guys, cards were flying out like crazy. And now they seem to be, oh, when they do fly out, there's 5 or 6 at a time. Tube Crime is still around. They are still out there doing stuff, you guys. There it is. Finally, Leslie. Okay, so Leslie, we got the manatee, okay? Manatee talks about accepting a situation at its, like, basically like face value, accepting something at face value instead of trying to change it. But we're going to go in for clarification and see why that card is there. So why is that card? Why is the manatee card there for Leslie? Side cards were just flying out when I was shuffling these, you guys. There it is. Entrante, okay, talks about she who unfolds. Okay, talks about self-care and embracing. Okay, so with the manatee, there's something that's going on that it's almost like you're trying to change the outcome. The outcome's already been set, but it's almost like you're trying to change something or rearrange something to change the outcome. So what Entrante is saying is something about embracing things for the way they are, and don't worry about what someone else is doing. Worry about taking care of yourself. Okay, so I feel with this that you're putting your wants and needs on the back burner, trying to change a situation from something that's not quite to your liking to something that may be better to your liking. But the manatee's saying just accept it for what it is, embrace it, take the good with the bad. But it's also saying at the same time, you got to start taking care of yourself. I feel like you're putting others before yourself. You got to stop that. Self-care is everything. Okay, so a message from your husband, Thurston. What message do you have, Thurston, for Leslie this week? Ooh, that was about 6 cards. If it was a couple, I would have taken them. Whoa. Okay, so the cards have gone from flying this way to flying totally the opposite way. Okay, so here's your message, Leslie. He's saying you're never alone. I feel like you've gotten this card before, and it's like he's trying to reassure you that he is around you. So I don't know if you've been maybe feeling him less than what you were before, feeling like he's kind of left you. He's not. He's letting you know that he is still around you. Okay, and I think that he is going to give you some strength within this situation. There's something going on here that you're trying to change the outcome of something, and he's letting you know that he's there standing beside you. So you're going to feel something. You're going to feel his presence somehow. It's either going to be like a brush of the cheek. It's going to be like your hair moving when it shouldn't, like something like that, that he's letting you know that he is around you. And he's especially around you with this situation. Okay. And he's concerned about you not taking care of yourself. It's almost like when he was here in the physical world, he had to almost push you to pamper yourself at times. That's the feeling I'm getting. And he's saying he wants you to do that now. Okay. So Michelle, you want to hear from your best friend, Sarah. Okay, so Michelle, let's see what we got for you. What's going on with you? What's around you? Michelle Ransom. Oh, that was about, I thought it was only one, but it's a pile of about 4. Okay, so what do we have for Michelle Ransom? Oh, there it is. Platypus. You got the platypus, Michelle. So the platypus talks about stopping complaining. Focus your attention on the blessings. So I feel like there's stuff that's going on that you're just hanging on to the negative, that you're not seeing the things that you have blessings in your life. Let's see why that is there. Okay, why is the platypus there for Michelle? Perpetua. Okay, talks about sadness, solitude, silent withdrawal. Okay, it talks about somebody aching. So when I get the platypus and Perpetua together, okay, what it's telling me is you're focusing a lot of your attention on things that aren't right, that's going on around you, instead of the things that are going the right way. Almost like, I'm trying to explain the feeling that this one here is giving me. It's like, I see that you're sad a lot, like you're down a lot. It's almost like you're withdrawing from things, becoming silent and withdrawing because things aren't the way you want them to be. Certain things. This is something in particular that's going on that you don't feel content with, or it's not up to par, or not up to your liking. And what this is here to say is you got to start accepting that things aren't always going to be 100%, almost like pick your battles. Okay, because all it's going to do is push you further away from people. Okay, because I see you withdrawing from something or some. I feel it's friendships, like people that are around you that you've been complaining a lot about, that things aren't being done the proper way or to your liking. But it's saying that you need to just take things at face value and count the blessings in your life instead of looking to what's not right in your life. Because I think here that with it, what it's telling me is that you've got more blessings than what you think. Okay? So you can't let the things that are going wrong in your life bring you down, because you will start getting almost like in a depressed state, withdrawing from stuff, becoming silent, like not speaking your mind type thing. So you got to take the good with the bad and pick your battles, is basically what it's saying. You're not always going to get what you want, okay? But you're always going to get, oh, you got 2 cards. Okay, so you wanted a message from your best friend, Shara. Okay, so there's something she is telling you that you have nothing to feel guilty about. So I don't know if there's something that happened surrounding her death that you are holding on to guilt regarding, but she's saying that you have nothing to feel guilty about. There's nothing that you could have said or done that would have changed the outcome. See again here with the platypus about stop complaining about things that are wrong in your life and start embracing the things that are right. Okay. She's also saying that she's around you and she's going to always point you in the right direction. So even though she may not be here with you still in the physical world, she's still your BFF forever. Okay. And she is going to point you in the right direction. Just think about her and she will come to you. She's going to tell you which way you should be going. She's still going to be there for you as a best friend. Okay. And she's also saying that I don't know what this guilt is you're hanging on to regarding her. I don't know if it's something to do with her or her passing, but she's saying that there's nothing that you could have done, that things happened the way they should have. And it was her time, basically. And you have nothing to feel guilty about. There's nothing that you could have said or done that would have changed the outcome. Okay, Lisa Hogan. You are up and you want to hear from your father, Bob. Okay, so let's see what we got for you, Lisa. Whoa. Okay, Lisa, you got the cardinal. Okay, so we know the cardinal is a spirit bird. Okay, the cardinal is nothing. It's a total opposite of the crow. You get the crow, that's bad luck. It's ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Cardinal is total opposite. When you see a cardinal, that gives you signs that there is a loved one around you. So this is giving me a sign right now that your father is around you. Okay, even though this is not the message from heaven, I'm feeling he wants me to say that's his presence. Okay, the cardinal. Let's see why that cardinal is here. Okay, because the cardinal, it also talks about things being out of balance. Okay, let's see why the cardinal is here for Lisa. Why is the cardinal? Why did the cardinal come out? And guess who comes out? Desiree. Okay, she who yearns. Okay, so Desiree talks about longing, pining for, yearning for. Okay, so the cardinal is also saying not only is your father around you and in a protective way, watching out for you, watching over what you're doing. Desiree also says that there's something that you've been longing for and pining for. The cardinal's there to protect you from outcomes. Okay, so what I am getting in depth about this is that there's something that you want to change, but you're almost holding back on change because you don't know really if that's what you actually want. So there's choices. You have choices to make, is what I'm getting from this. And one is something that you have been wanting for a long time, but then on the other hand, it's almost like there's a something out of balance, that if you do whatever this is that you've been wanting to do for a long time, you feel like something else is going to go out of balance, or something else is going to suffer. Okay, so your dad is around you. The cardinal is a spirit bird. Okay, and he's saying, weigh your odds. Weigh your odds. Do up when I got to make decisions like that, I do a pro and con list. Okay, and that's what you need to do to choose what is going to be right and what is going to suit you. Okay, weigh the pros and the cons, because I feel it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Now's the time to do it. Okay, so message from your dad. See how I got the cardinal, and then I also got we're so connected. This just validates us. He's saying that he is still very much connected to you, and he is not going to lead you astray. He's still going to be around protecting you, and he is. Okay, even though he's not here in the physical world, he is still around you, and he is still protecting you. He still feels very much connected to you, and that's why the cardinal came out. Okay, so don't think for 1 minute that your dad still isn't around you protecting you, even though it's not. He's not in the physical world. His love for you and protection for you still is. Okay, I love when I get that. Okay, Des. Oh, let's see what's going on with Des. Des. Let's see what's going on with Des. Whoa, Des, I got her like you got the zebra, the goose, the panda. You got a whole bunch of stuff that come out there. I thought the same thing. I didn't know that you were next until I looked down at the papers, Des. And 2 came out, 3, 4. Nope. I can't wait to get my new desk, because no matter how I shuffle these cards, they always seem to find that little open space that's right down in here to fall into, no matter what I put there to try and stop them. Mama Terry says, you need some exercise. Go fetch some cards. See, and there we go again. Like 4 or 5 of them. She likes that. Oh, she's going towards her angels. Okay, there it is. It didn't fall. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Des, you got the octopus. Okay. Talks about altering your physical appearance and your mannerisms. It also talks about having too many things on the go at once. Let's see why it's there. I think she was throwing the cards, Des, towards, look at, she's got it swinging. I'm not touching it. She got it swinging. Mama Terry. Okay, so why is the octopus here for Des? Why the octopus? Out of all the cards. Okay, there we go. We got Mora, she who hesitates. Okay. Talks about pondering, delaying. Also talks about confidence, does. Pondering and delaying. Okay. Something about altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. The octopus, if you see all the tentacles here, tentacles, what do you call them things? Those arms. Tells me that there's too many things going on all at once. That things may be being overlooked. Things may not be being done properly. Things may not be coming to form as they should, because there's just too much going on. And it's affecting how other things in your life are happening. I think I know exactly what this is talking about, is about the pondering and delaying. Okay, you got to face something with confidence. I think we know what that is. I'm not going to bring it out here. but I think you know what that is. It's like too much going on. You got to start taking care of you too. I know exactly what that's about, and it's something that we've talked about recently. Does. Tentacles. Yeah, computer thing. You got the pun. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but on the bottom here, it talks about pondering and delaying things. Okay, but you got to start having confidence in yourself and taking care of yourself. It's almost like you've got your hands up to your face here, almost like, oh God, again, you know, like, when can I catch a break type thing. It's like you got to start putting your foot down with certain things. Okay, Mama Terry. Message for Des, please, Mama Terry. You see your angels here? Okay. She has no more earthly worries. So she's letting you know, Des, that she has fully crossed on now, passed over, and accepted where she is. She has nothing more that she worries about except you. So she is letting you know that she has no more earthly worries. She's not worried about things. I know that there was some things that had come up before, and just after her passing, that were of concern to her, with things that were going on within the family, stuff like that. She was worried about the outcomes of that stuff. She's talking about the worries here on earth. So that leaves me to believe, Does, that she's not worried about any of that stuff either resurfacing, coming to light. We can talk more about that in private, but she's not worried about any of it anymore. No more worries. And that's about the earthly things that were going on earth here just after her passing. Things that she was concerned about, stuff like that. She sees things working out not only for you, but with everything else that was going on. Okay, so we're going to do DJ, and then I'm going to take a few minutes break so I can check out some of the comments, have a drink of my coffee. Okay, oh, right away. Okay, so you got DJ, you got the grouse, okay? Expressing yourself through rhythm, movement, drumming, and dancing. So what is going on there? Let's see why that grouse card came out for DJ. Why is that grouse card? What does it have to do with? Oh, 3. I thought there was only 2. I was going to take them, but there was 3. Okay, so DJ, why is the grouse card there for DJ? What are you trying to tell DJ? Oh, and yes, of course, it was all the way down here. Manatili, okay, talks about with what remains. Something about powerful devotion, true worth. Okay, so the grouse talks about expressing yourself through rhythm, movement, dancing, drumming, something musical or something physical. Okay, so the Manatili talks about something about that you have a powerful connection to. It has something to do with your self-worth. So to me, it's almost like telling me that you're dancing around something. This could mean a lot of different things depending on the card that comes with it. So what I am getting from these cards is there's something that you are not dealing with. Something that you need to express yourself about. So that tells me some kind of form of communication, something that you need to have a conversation with somebody about. Okay, and I feel like you're dancing around it, like almost like in a procrastination way. Okay, because you don't see any benefit of this for you, but it's something you feel that you have to do, but you don't see the benefits of it. So this is telling me that you need to make some decisions about whatever this is that you've been dancing around and procrastinating on. Your decision is going to affect others. So I don't know if that's why you were procrastinating on it, but there's something that it's telling me that you need to make a decision, stop dancing around the subject, and make a decision based on the worth that it's going to give to you. Okay, so, you know, sometimes we can't go by how others are going to feel about a situation. We got to go by how it's going to affect us. So you need to stop dancing around this. Whatever it is you've been procrastinating on, dancing around, not almost like talking yourself out of having to answer something or make a decision on something. It's time to do it now. Okay, and you want to hear from Donnie. And of course, down here we go again. Okay, again, I get that you have nothing to feel guilty about, DJ. So I don't know what guilt you are holding on to when it comes to Donnie, but he feels like you're holding on to some kind of guilt. And he's saying you got to let that go, that you have nothing. There's nothing you could have said or done. Okay, and I believe that this is, again, regarding his passing, his decisions. I don't know if you feel guilty about something, but that's the feeling I'm getting from him, is that you are feeling guilty about it and feeling maybe like you could have said or done something to change the outcome, and he's saying no. Nope, nothing could have been done. He doesn't want you to feel guilty anymore. Okay, so I'm going to take a break for a minute. Oh, somebody was timed out. Why? Why was somebody timed out? What's going on there, Des? If you can email me, or not email me, message me. Oh, hit a button accidentally and timed you out. Okay, Jessica, if you are here and listening, Des is sorry she hit a button by accident and timed you out. She is so sorry. Tony, the updates are at the beginning of the video. Savannah says the sloth didn't show up. It's lazy. No problemo, Des. It happens. Just taking a break for a minute or two, guys, just so I can... Whoever told me to get this donut thing, I did get one, and it's not working out so well. Okay, Des is apologizing for whatever was deleted. It was done by accident. Most of you know, she only has one hand that she is usable, so she has her phone attached to a device like around her body that she has her phone on, and her jacket must have hit something. So she is apologizing up and down. She is so sorry for whoever that was that she timed out or deleted. So she is very sorry for that. She's apologizing up and down in my messenger here. So no worries, Des. It happens. It was an honest mistake. I think Jessica will understand. Jessica, that was not done intentionally. Okay, so away we go. We're on to, there she is. Jessica, it's okay. I didn't even notice. I've been listening while doing chores around the house. Okay, Jessica. Again, she is up and down. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so J Patrol, you want to hear from your dad, Joe. Yeah, Jessica just commented, Does everything's cool, no worries. She didn't even notice. It happens, and it's not on purpose. Okay, J Patrol, let's see what we got around you. There it is. You got the kiwi. You got the kiwi, J Patrol. Okay, so it talks about doing some walking and meditation. We're going to find out why that. Each day for the next week. Okay, why is that kiwi there? Renee. Okay, so something about hopes. Okay, love, hope, and relationships. So we got the kiwi that is talking to us about having to do some exercising, some meditation each day for the next week. Okay, we got Renee who talks about she who hopes, talks about love, hope, and relationships. So what I am getting from this is that there's a relationship that you're hoping is deeper than what it is right now. Okay, now this could either be a romantic relationship, or this could be a working relationship, but it's almost like you're throwing a quarter into a wishing well, is what I'm getting. Okay, and I think that there's things that need to be thought about first regarding this. Okay, because this talks about your hopes and dreams coming true. So I see something that you were hoping and praying for coming true, but I don't think you've put enough thought into it. You know that saying, be careful what you wish for? But whatever this is, I see it coming to fruition. I see it happening soon. It's either a relationship of either a romantic or a working, but it's something that you've been wishing for. And I'm almost feeling like you feel that it's not the right time. Even though it's something that you've been wanting and wishing for, I feel like you're getting almost like cold feet on something, that it's, oh, it's not the right time, even though it's something that you've been wanting. So it talks about doing some meditation, and when I get taking a walk, doing meditation, it tells me that you need some alone time in solitude to really think about what direction you want to go in, because I think that this is something that not only that you've been wanting for a long time, it's something that is very real, that you may be having second thoughts about now. Oh, I got a card that's turned over. Hang on a second here. Just turn it back over. Okay, so you want a message from your dad, Joe. There it is. Okay, so the message from your dad is he is letting you know that you guys are going to be together again, which tells me that when it is your time to go, he is going to be there to welcome you and help you cross over to the other side. Okay, so even though he can't be with you right now in the physical world, I feel like he's not earthbound, like his spirit. I feel like he has a hard time letting you know that he is around. I don't know why that is, but it's telling me that he's having a hard time connecting still with the physical world. But he also, in the same aspect, wants you to know that he is still around you and he is still thinking about you, even though he can't, in the physical world, let you know that. Like, some people see feathers, some people see pennies, they feel things, stuff like that. For some reason, he's saying he doesn't have that energy, but he is letting you know that he is going to be there when it's your time to go, and that he is going to be there to help you cross over and walk with you to the other side. Okay? So I don't know if you've been wondering why you haven't been maybe getting certain feelings or things that might have happened in the past that you felt a connection with him. He's saying that he doesn't have the energy for some reason. Now, that could also be something that he is dealing with on the other side, that right now all his energy is being drained and put into that. Okay? Not saying that it won't happen in the future, but right now he's saying that he doesn't have that energy to give you those signs in the physical world at this time. Okay? So Julie. And Julie wants this all to be about Suzanne Morphew's father. Okay, we had a card flip. Meerkat, okay? Talks about support from a trusted group of like-minded females. Let's see why that card is here when it has to do with Suzanne. Suzanne's dad. What is going on there? And there goes a whole pile of them. Oh, sorry guys. I can't wait for my new desk. This will not be happening. If it was one or two, I would have kept them out, but it was a pile. I caught it before it fell, but there was about 4 that came out again. A lot of energy. I think a lot of different things want to come out regarding the Suzanne Morphew. Let's see what her dad has to give us. So far, he's given us something about getting support from like-minded females, the meerkat. Why is that meerkat there? What do you mean? What do you mean by having a meerkat there? What does it mean? There it is. Nemesis. Avenging. Talks about avenges. Nemesis. Oh my gosh. Nemesis. Talks about she who avenges. Talks about revenge, outcomes, and justice. Okay? So, the message you wanted was from Suzanne's dad. I believe this is talking about a group of females that need to get together. I think they've already put the story together. I think there's some females out there that know what happened, that have put the dots, connected the dots. It's also saying that these females are coming for revenge and justice. So I do believe that Suzanne will be found. And I believe that this is talking about females. Okay? Getting support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. It's telling me this is a group of Suzanne's friends that have gotten together. I think they have connected the dots. And the nemesis is she who avenges. They are coming for revenge. They are going to be bringing out what happened. I think they are sitting back quietly, connecting dots. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. So something is going. I have gotten that a couple times. Like I said, I am going to do a read on Suzanne, an updated read to see what's going on now that her dad is crossed over with her. So you wanted a message from Suzanne's dad. Let's see what that message is. Whoops, and there it goes. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. Okay, so this is telling me that you don't even, okay. He's coming for revenge. I feel that because he was not healthy in the physical world, now that he has crossed over, those health concerns no longer affect him. Once you cross over, all the ailments that you had on earth in the physical world, you don't have over there once you've crossed over. I think he's coming with these people for revenge. And I think when I see the unicorn up on its back legs like that, he's ready for battle. He's ready to start putting the hammer down. And I believe that he may, I don't know so much about Suzanne, but I'm getting the feeling that he's going to make somebody's life HELL on earth. And he can be, when I get this, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. There's nowhere that he's going to be able to hide from Suzanne's dad. That's what it's telling me. Now that he's crossed over and he's got the truth about what happened with Suzanne, he's coming for revenge. And I believe that he is going to give messages to Suzanne's closest friends and family. He is somehow going to get those messages to them, and they're coming for revenge. Wow. Okay, Doug, are you ready, my dear? Doug wants to hear from his Auntie Adrienne. Okay, Doug, you're up, my dear. Let's see what's happening with you, what's around you, what's coming for you. Okay, so we got the peacock for you this time, Doug. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. That you are doing, my dear. Let's see why the peacock is there. See why the peacock is there for Doug. Sorry, Des. For Doug. There it is. A list. Wishes, desires, and hopes. Okay? She who grants wishes. So we have the peacock that talks about letting yourself stand out and be noticed. And we've got a list who grants wishes. Okay, so a list talks about wishes, desires, and hope. So what I'm getting from this, Doug, is with what's around you right now, with yourself standing out, I think this is why you're getting a lot of some of the nastiness you're getting. People don't like the way that you are standing out. People are not liking what you're doing because you are standing out, because you are bringing things to the table that others can't bring. That's what I'm getting from that. And with this, you're doing it for all the right reasons. This is confirming all you want is these boys to be found. Okay? That's your wishes, your hopes, and your desires, is to find these boys. And I think people actually know that, and I think that they are intimidated by it. I think they, you know, when the peacock wants to defend itself, it fans out the tail to make themselves look better and bigger than what is trying to attack them. That's what a peacock does. And I think they are intimidated by you. Okay? And I think what you are doing is very much standing out. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay? And you got a list. A list stands for the one who grants wishes. So I believe that your hard work is going to pay off. Okay, and a message from your Auntie Suzanne. Ooh, there it goes. Down. She's saying she's not dead. Even though, when I get this, Doug, even though her physical body is no longer here, she still feels very much attached to the physical world. I feel she's here in spirit form as either a dove or a cardinal. And I think that you will be seeing a lot of these cross your path. But she doesn't feel like she's dead. Like when people that are still here in the physical world think about being dead, it's like, I'm dead, I'm gone, it doesn't matter, like nothing, you know, like, no, she doesn't feel like she's even dead. She doesn't accept it yet. So I feel like she was very stubborn in the physical world. She feels like her work here is not done yet. You know, like there's a saying that I'll rest when I'm dead. She doesn't feel dead yet, and she doesn't feel, even though she's at peace where she is on the other side, she very much still visits the earth realm because she feels like she still has so much more to do. So I don't know what she did in life when she was alive, if she was a caregiver, a nurse, something along them lines. I feel her always taking care of others, and she feels like her work isn't done yet. So she hasn't accepted yet that even though she's accepted that her physical body is no longer here, she hasn't accepted yet that she can't still do the work that she was meant to do, if you can understand that. She's still very much connected to the physical world. And she's letting you know that. So talk to her. She may be able to steer you in some directions, Doug. And it goes with this too. Look at me. Look at me. I'm still here. So that I like that. I like that. Okay, Mary, you want to hear from Kim Proctor. You want to hear from Kim Proctor. Okay, so let's see what we got for you, Mary. Oops, there it goes. At least it landed on the keyboard over here. Okay, so Mary, we got the tiger that came out, okay? The tiger stands for being called upon to provide leadership. Okay, so trust that you're capable of leading. Let's see what's going on with that. Why is the tiger out for Mary? Why did the tiger card come out for Mary? Why is that tiger card there? And what it is. Jocelyn talks about persisting, okay? Getting perspective, almost in a defiant way, that you won't stop until you get what you're looking for or what you need to know. So I feel like there's something that you feel the need to help with or do that you don't think anybody else can do it the way you could do it. Not that they're not capable of doing it, but you feel best suited for this job. Whatever this is that you feel the need you have to do, something like you can't let go of, and almost like you want to lead the pack. And you're the person to do it by the looks of this, okay? Because Jocelyn stands for being persistent. Like you don't give up until either the truth comes out or things are resolved. So you are the person to lead this, okay? And almost in a defiant way, like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to continue. So the tiger is saying, yes, you are the one best suited for this, that if anybody can do it, you can. So whatever this is, that's what you got. Okay, so you want a message from Kim. And there it is. Okay, so the earth is our school. So she's saying that there's something that you're not seeing yet. There's still something that you need to learn, and it's going to be in written form. I think it's directly connected to whatever this is. Whatever this is that you feel the need to do and that you feel like you could lead in this and that you're best suited for it because you're persistent and you won't give up on it, almost like in a defiant way. She's saying that there's still something to learn. There's still something here to learn, not from anything that you're going to find, like maybe in an autopsy or something like that. She's telling me there's something still here in the physical world, and it's going to be in written form that needs to be seen. And it's going to answer all the questions. And I believe it's tied to this. So whatever this is, there's something in written form that you need to find or need to read. You could have overlooked it. Okay, so that is your message from Kim. Okay, so we're going to do Jessica, and then we're going to take another break because my coffee is gone cold. Okay, just let me look at this chat. Tony, is there a problem? Tony says, old updates. Heard all that yesterday. Is there something you're having a problem with, Tony? I've seen a couple negative comments like that from you and just wondering if there's a problem. Des, keep an eye on that one, please. Oh, if it continues, just block. Okay, Jessica. Missy, are you still buffering, Des? Or are you good? Just give me a second, you guys. I'm sending it to you now, Des. Okay. Sorry, I just had to send a message to Des, you guys, so the chat runs smoothly, and some passive-aggressive stuff can be watched. All peace, love, and light here. If you have anything negative, take it somewhere else, please. Okay, Jessica A, and you want to hear from Eddie. So let's see. Okay, Jessica, you got the gorilla. Okay, so gorilla's saying to take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. So let's see why that is there for you. Why is that gorilla there for Jessica? Oh, gosh. You got two that came out, Jessica, so I'm gonna Okay, so you got Carly and you got Manera. Okay, so Carly talks about she who frees and she who waits. Okay, so Carly talks about liberation, unrestrained, and freedom, while Manera talks about patience, waiting, and determination. Okay, so with the gorilla, talks about taking the time to listen compassionately. So why are these here? What does this entail? So these are basically two contradicting. One is saying, I feel like there's things that are undecided within the family. I think that things are happening, maybe some arguments, maybe some disagreements that are happening, and you're kind of playing both sides. And people want you to make a decision on something. Because Carly talks about like freeing yourself and just going forward, and Manora talks about waiting. So it's contradictory. So that's telling me that you are stuck in between two people that want, almost like, you need to take my side on this. I feel like you're stuck in the middle. I feel like you need to step back from it and let them work it out for themselves. So I feel like there's something either work-wise or within the family, a disagreement, argument, decisions that need to be made, something along them lines where you feel torn because somebody wants this and somebody wants this, and you're stuck in the middle. You need to take yourself out of the equation. Okay? You need to let them deal with it on their own. You don't need to be drawn into other people's drama. Okay, and you want to hear from Eddie. Eddie, do you have a message for Jessica? What message do you have for her? Whoa! And you got two there too. Something about two. I don't know if your lucky number is 2, Jessica, but you got 2. Okay? So the first one is believe in yourself, you can do it. And as a soul, I can be in several places at once. Okay, so again, we've gotten this card before, but I don't feel the same towards the message that's being given to you as I did for the last person this came out for. Okay, so I think he's talking about here trying, like I said here, you're trying to be the middle person. You're trying to take, okay, I gotta put them down. There's two very different sides and they want you to pick a side. He's saying as a soul, he can be in 2 places at once, but you can't. So you got to just remove yourself from that situation. I think that is a message directly from him saying that you can't be in 2 places at once. He can because he's in spirit form, but you can't. Okay? Believe in yourself, you can do it. So goes back to this too, taking the time to listen compassionately to both sides of this argument or disagreement, whatever this is. I believe it's a family issue. And just use compassion with whatever you need to do. And he's saying he believes you will find that balance. And I'm getting from this that he wants you to take yourself out of the equation too. You can't be everything to everyone. He's saying that he can be in several places at once and do for several people at once. But in the physical world, you can't do that. And he's saying that he has belief in you that you can make the right choices when it comes to this and to this family issue that involves 2 very different people. Okay, so he's trying to give you some guidance there, my dear. Okay, so I am going to take a little minute break here for a sip of my coffee. Okay, so next up is Juju. Juju, when you want to hear from your dad, Dennis. Okay, you're very welcome, Jessica. Okay, Juju, you are up. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's see what's going on with you, my girl. Juju. There it is. We got the kiwi again. Okay. Kiwi talks about doing some walking, some meditation. Tells me about that you need some alone time. Let's see why that is there. Juju. Why is the kiwi there for Juju? Whoa. That one went flying the other way. Okay, so I got Mora. Again, this is the second time this comes out. Something about hesitation. Okay, so when I get this, it's telling me that there's something that you need, that you've been procrastinating on, letting slide, delaying. Okay, talks about you need to face this with confidence. You need some alone time to weigh pros and cons. So there's something, there's a decision. I feel like it's a decision. I need another card anyway. There it is. See, Yelena talks about she who knows. Okay, so with the kiwi, when it tells me that you need some time alone, some meditation, take your time for walking, it means that there's something that you really need to think about. Okay, so when I get Mora, it tells me about something that you've been procrastinating on, that you've been pondering, delaying, making decisions on, and something about your confidence. Okay, so I pulled another card because it wasn't totally clear to me. I got an idea, but it wasn't totally clear. And I got Yelena, she who knows. So what that tells me, Yelena talks about clarity and resolution. You got to have the confidence you know what the right decision is. Okay, so even though you need some time to ponder this and weigh the pros and cons, you know already what your decision should be. And I feel like you're trying to make reasons not to make this decision when you should be finding and acting on the reasons why you need to make this decision. So there's a decision that needs to be made that you have been letting slide. Weighing pros and cons is one thing, but letting it slide for too long, especially when it's going to hurt your soul. This is something that needs to be decided, and I think you already know the answer to it. It's just you're procrastinating on actually doing it. So this is saying that it's time. You need to do it. Okay, you already know what the answers are for it. Okay, there's no more clarity or anything that you need from the situation. It just needs to be resolved so you can move on from it. Okay, so you want a message from your dad, Dennis. Message from your dad, Dennis. Oh, whoop. And you got 2 cards too, and of course they went flying down here. Oh, almost broke my chain. Okay. So the first one, you got 2 Juju that come out. He's letting you know that he has no more earthly worries. So whatever that he was worried about here in the physical world, he's letting you know that those are not a bother to him anymore. I feel like he was somebody that really took things to heart and really let things eat at him. But he's saying that he doesn't have anymore. Okay. He's also letting you know that his death was painless and not to worry or hold on to guilt. So again, although it's not the same card that came out before, there's this thing about guilt that people are hanging on to. Okay. And when your loved one comes through and says, please let go of that, they know the damage that it can do to your soul, to your health, holding on to guilt. He doesn't want that for you. Okay. He's saying that his death was painless and he doesn't want you to worry about him. He's saying that he has no more earthly worries. So everything that worried him here on earth is no longer of worry to him anymore. So anything that was bothering him here on earth, it's no longer of an issue with him. Okay. And he's saying that he doesn't want you to worry or hold on to any guilt. So I don't know if you were feeling guilty or worrying about how he is. He's letting you know that he is fine. He's more concerned about you getting past whatever this is. You're going to know what that means. I don't, but you will. So that is the message from your dad, Dennis. Okay, Lisa Hogan. Ooh. Okay, Lisa, you got the rattlesnake. Okay, so it talks about experiences that you are presently going through. Okay, something about trying to heal something. Okay, let's see why that rattlesnake is there for Lisa. And I almost dumped a whole stack of cards. Why is that rattlesnake there for Lisa? There it is. And of course, down here again. Okay, so the rattlesnake basically tells you about the experiences that you're going through. I feel like you're going through a lot of hard times right now. Okay, and what the rattlesnake it tells me about that is that the reason that you're going through presently these hard times is so once you get through them, that you're going to be there to help other people get through the same experiences. Okay, Camila talks about she who emerges. Okay, talks about enlightenment. Okay, rising up above. So I feel that that goes hand in hand with the rattlesnake, that there is a purpose and there is a reason why you're going through the hard times that you are right now, and you are going to be victorious in it. You're going to come out ahead, but the experience is going to not only help you get through what you're going through, it's also going to help people in the future. It's like almost like this is a lesson for you to learn so you can help people get through this in the future. It's almost like this could be some kind of relation to your job or something that you do that helps people, like in a helping form. Could be first responders, nurses, stuff like that, that help people. I feel that there's an issue that you're going through, and the lesson to be learned in that is going to come out when you can use your experiences with your own to help others. So it's almost like it's free schooling. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like this is teaching you whatever this situation is that you are going through right now is giving you the experience to help in the future. So I think this could be job related, but you're going to come through it and you're going to come through it victorious. So, okay. Oh, already your Aunt Louise, you want a message from, and again down here. Okay, again, I got it's not your fault. So I don't know what I'm getting from this. It's like your Aunt Louise is feeling almost like you're blaming yourself for her passing, or for something that was done that you blame yourself for. She's saying it's not your fault. So this could be also something that, you know, since her passing, like maybe somebody, I'm almost getting like somebody else, not her, not your Aunt Louise. Somebody else is blaming you for something that has to do with your Aunt Louise. And she's saying it's not your fault. So I don't know if that correlates with this. You're going to know. But she's letting us know and letting you know that she knows it's not your fault. You had nothing to do with whatever this is she's talking about. But she feels like you're being blamed for things that were not your fault. And she's here to say, no, it's not your fault. So whatever that is, you are going to know. I think it correlates somewhat with this. But I could be wrong. But that's what I'm getting from it. So whoever's trying to blame you for something, she knows it's not your fault. And she's letting you know she knows it's not your fault. Okay, so Deborah Hardesty, you want to hear from your dad. Oh, don't fall. There we go. Got the Hawaiian owl, the Puel. I don't know how to say that, but it's the Hawaiian owl. Okay, so the Hawaiian owl talks about your ancestral spirit guides, okay, and that they're offering you guidance. Okay, so there's things that you need to pay close attention to signs and omens from them, because they're trying to give you, okay, let's see what that's about. What signs are they giving, or what is this about? Why is the Hawaiian owl there for Deborah? What is there? What are they trying to say? What are her ancestors and guides trying to tell her about? What does that have to do with? There's a Hawaiian owl there for Deborah. Let's see. Estefania, okay, something about chains, bonds, and releasing. Okay, Estefania stands about surrendering. So with the Hawaiian owl, talking about your ancestral spirits being around you and offering you guidance, it has something to do with surrendering to something. Something about chains like being held back, almost feeling like trapped in something, and that something that you need to release, to get out of. So they're saying that they're going to give you signs that you need to pay close attention to. So I'm going to try and explain what signs I'm talking about. Like, I feel that there's something that you are trapped in that you want out of, whether that be a contract, a relationship, a job, something along those lines, that you are starting to feel like you're being held back, held down, and that you feel trapped in, and that you need to get away from it. Because the ancestral card, when it comes out, it's coming out to help you and to guide you. Whatever this situation is that you're feeling trapped in and held back in, you need to get away from it, because it's no good for you, is exactly what the ancestors are telling you. You need to release yourself from it. You need, sometimes that's scary. I'm getting, yeah, but it's scary. Like, I don't, the unknown, you know, sometimes the unknown is better than staying in a situation where you're not happy. Okay. So your dad is also letting you know that he's so much better now. So whatever was aching him, harming him, stressing him, I feel like a lot of stress and a lot of things on his shoulders, it's been released. So he's saying that he feels so much better now. Not only that he's physically better now, that he feels like a weight of the world's been lifted off his shoulders. So he's letting you know that he is okay, and that there is, see the rainbow? I believe it's a direct message for this. Almost like I'm getting light. I don't know if this is something that your dad said a lot, but I'm hearing there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm getting a rainbow, which means luck, pot of gold. So it's something that is going to work in your favor. It's just, I think that you've been holding back and scared to move past whatever this situation is. But he's saying you got to move past it. And there's light keep saying light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know if that's something that he used to say to you, Deborah, but I keep getting that playing over and over in my head. Light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so Crystal, you want to hear from Chelsea, your daughter Chelsea. Okay, so what's going on with Crystal? Woo. Okay, Crystal, I'm getting a cat. Okay, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish the codependency. Something about codependency. You are relying on too many other people or feeling like without certain people that okay, let's just go for a clarification on that first, because I'm getting two here. I'm getting Iris, okay, she who changes, and I'm getting Breezes, who talks about surprises. Okay, so with the cat, talks about over codependency. So Breeze talks about she who surprises and she who changes. It's time to let go of this codependency that you have with somebody. You're relying too much on somebody else for your own happiness. It's time to break free from that codependency, start doing for yourself, okay? Doing things that are going to make you happy, discover new things. I think there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of surprises coming through your way, but you got to break through. There's something about a codependency that they're saying you need to break away from, and that you may be pleasantly surprised at what you discover. Okay, because there's going to be a transformation and a change, and I believe that is for the good. But you got to break away from this codependency with whoever you are relying on, or almost like feeling like you can't do things for yourself or do things on your own. Oh, yes, you can. And it's time to break free from that. You want to hear from your daughter, Chelsea. And of course, it's down here. Okay. So the message from your daughter, Chelsea, is she's saying that she is learning over there. So I don't know if you had a problem with your daughter staying in school, not wanting to do homework, read, stuff like that when she was younger. But this is telling me that in the physical world, she wasn't very keen on, not that she didn't want to have a good education, she just had a hard time buckling down and doing what she needed to do to do that. So she's letting you know that everything that you wanted and hoped for her, she is now doing on the other side. So she says, tell her I'm not going to let her down. So she's saying that she's not going to let you down. She's going to do what you wanted from her. Okay, so when I get the I'm learning and I get the book and I get this release, it's almost like, why didn't I listen to mom, you know? So she's letting you know that she is doing that now over on the other side. She is learning. So I don't know, like I said, if she had a problem with the school thing when she was here. This, my dear, you got to let go of that codependency, because there's something good coming your way. You just got to have faith in yourself, because I don't think that you do. But this is, she's letting you know she's getting her schooling. So I don't know how old she was when she passed, but she's letting you know that she's doing her schooling. Okay, and that is it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, who gave all the purple? Darlene, hey girl. Thank you for all the purple hearts. Love it. Yeah, JSO says, I don't see anything in that video that looks like children coming out of the gate, so I don't buy it. As far as the lady in San Jose, I take it with a grain of salt. Yes. Crystal, she never went to school. She was handicapped. Oh my gosh. She could never walk, talk, and was blind. Maybe she's doing all those things out. That's what she is telling you. She's learning over there now. And don't forget, Crystal, when you leave the physical world and you reach the other side, all the ailments that you had here on earth are no longer an issue anymore over there. So that's why this came out. She can see, she can walk, she can talk, she can see, and now she's doing all this. So these are the hopes and dreams that you had for her. She's now doing them over there. So that's what she wanted you to know, that she is finally able to do that stuff. Love you too, Darlene. So I want to thank all you guys for coming out, for being part of a little bit of the updates and sitting through another couple hours with me. Excuse me, on a Sunday afternoon. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, we did speak earlier about doing an updated read on Suzanne Morphew. And like I said, I feel like enough time has passed now that, you know, has given, I didn't want to be disrespectful with the family in any way, shape, or form. And I felt until just, you know, recently, doing a read since Suzanne's father passed, I wanted to give it some time. I wanted to be very respectful regarding that. And I wanted to also give them their time. You know what I mean? I don't want to intrude. I don't want to ask for them to come through and give me messages and give you guys messages while they are still rebonding and everything on the other side. You know what I mean? And I mean, I just can't imagine when, you know, Suzanne's dad crossed over. All his questions regarding what happened with his daughter were answered. And I wanted to give that time. That's just the way I think. I know a lot of others don't think that way. They want to contact within the first 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. I give time, and that's out of respect. Juju, I posted a link of husband's interview under Maya. Just scroll down past the news video for the voice recording. Okay, I will do that because I haven't seen that, Juju. Thank you so much for that. I will check that out. I'm just scrolling back up through some of this, you guys. Well, Darlene, you never have to apologize, my dear. We all have our moments, and we all love and care about you here. So there's never any reason to have to apologize for having a moment. We love you. Maybe we should do a read on the daughters individually. What do you think? I don't know if I want to go there, Darlene, because there's a lot of controversy surrounding the girls right now, whether they know, whether they don't know. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. I would rather get the messages from Suzanne and her dad, if you know what I mean. Juju says, you're right on me procrastinating and needing alone time to meditate on a decision I refuse to come to terms with. See? Spirit knows. The cards know, Juju. I try to be very respectful with personal stuff that I bring out. So I try and do it. I'm glad that it came out the way it did for you. I try to, even though I may see a little bit more in there, I bring it out because this is such a public forum. I want to be very respectful of people's lives and personal things that are going on in their life. So I brought it to you the best way I could without indulging on your personal stuff. But I'm glad that you understood it. And yes, you got to stop that procrastination, my dear. You're welcome, Darlene. You never have to, you know, we all have our days. We all have our moments. We all, and that's why we're here. And that's why I love my subscribers so much, because we care about each other. Does block. Stuff like that does, I'm gonna, what you just took care of there, when stuff like that, it's an automatic block, not just a timeout, automatic block. I've made it quite clear that I will not put up with this crap on my channel. So if you can go back to that and block. No timeout for that. That's not even a timed out thing. A timeout thing is like, you know, coming right out and saying something like that, automatic block. Oh, thank you, Shivani. Exactly, George. I agree with you, and they only want to take the searchers away from Cal City. Do not get distracted and follow your gut feelings. Where are the boys? Absolutely, George. Yeah, block. That's an automatic, Des. Something like that. Don't come onto my channel and start attacking others. That is an automatic block. You don't even get a timeout for that. You get an automatic block. See you later. I don't need that negativity here. We are about loving each other, caring about each other, appreciating what everybody brings to the table without stuff like that. So I don't know how many of you seen that, but that was totally unacceptable, and I will not put up with it on my channel. I appreciate all yous too, Mama Shan Shan, each and every one of you. Sorry, guys, about that cough. Yeah, Crystal, I agree. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. I mean, giving a little bit of your time to try and help somebody is one thing, but there comes a time when you're just beating a dead horse, and you know the saying, misery loves company? I won't do that anymore. I will help anybody, but as soon as I see that you're not willing to help yourself, that you're just looking for others to do for you without taking the time and doing things to help yourself, that's it. That's where my help stops, because I can't fix somebody else's life. They've got to fix it themselves. I will help them fix their life, but only if they're willing to do what they need to do that. You can't beat a dead horse. Well, thank you, Shivani. Aw, well, that's good to know, Crystal. And like I said, when there it is, she's letting you know that she is learning over there. And I was taking it as like she just skipped school, didn't go to school. I got something along them lines. But she's letting you know that she's learning over there. So she's letting you know she can see, she can talk, she can walk, she can do all the things over there now that she couldn't do and wanted to do when she was in the physical world. Yeah, I don't put up with that. I just automatic block. You know, you can be timed out for, saying a swear word over and over, or not over and over, but, once you've been told, please don't say that, and you do it again, you get timed out. And if you do it again, then you get blocked. But things like that, that is an automatic block. You came here for no other reason but to disparage somebody who isn't even here to defend themselves, because I don't believe he's still in chat. So don't come in here guns blaring because I take away your ammunition. Bye-bye. Take your negativity somewhere else. And these people that do stuff like that, it's like, okay, you want to attack somebody, number one, who isn't even in chat to defend themselves. And you want to see something like that about them for what they are doing. He is spending his own money. He is doing things that I wish I could be there doing. What are you doing, keyboard warrior? In case you're just sitting here still listening, what are you doing? People like that come in just to disparage and attack, and I won't have none of it. Oh, see? Well, she's just validating it. She's validating it right here, Crystal. See, sometimes, and I've always said, spirit gives you what they know you need. It's not always what you want, but it's what they know you need. Don't forget, once they cross over, they see everything. They know everything and they see everything. So regardless, we have Doug's back. Yes, we do. And I'm gonna extend on that a bit, Des. Whether it's Doug, whether it's you, whether it's anybody, there is no way I'm going to let anybody come in here just to attack anybody. It doesn't matter who it is that they are trying to attack. I'm not going to allow anybody to use my channel to attack somebody else. Not going to happen. I've gotten old and cranky in my old age. And there's stuff that I put up with in the past that I refuse. There's no way. You get no second chances. And I've said that many times. If you're coming here just to cause havoc, troll, or attack somebody, make it good with your first comment that you try and do that on, because it's going to be your first and your last comment. I will not put up with it. Exactly, Des. Thank you, my sister. I respect each and every one of you in here, and like I said, I have great subscribers. I've got the best. I always say the best. I know that that was not a subscriber. They came in here for one purpose and one purpose only. And it's not going to happen. Not here. But anyway, everybody, it is getting on 3:45. As you guys know, yes, we are a good group of angels, Missy. I have an elderly gentleman that I rent a room to, that on Sundays, 3 times a week, I make him his dinners. Make him a good meal. So I'm going to get going on that and get my laundry done and some other things that I need to get done here. So I want to thank you all for coming out today, spending your afternoon with me. I appreciate you. I love you all. I respect yous. And for those who got messages today, I'm glad that you got the messages that you did. I hope that they have given you some insight and some peace. And I hope that you guys have the rest of Sunday beautiful. And until the next time, I want you guys to stay safe, stay well, and you are very welcome. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Without you, this channel wouldn't be here. So I want to thank each and every one of you for, and I see a lot of names here that are here week after week after week, and you don't know how much I appreciate that, and I respect you. So I want to give you a good thank you and a good shout out for that. And know that you're loved, and know that you have a group of people here that care about you. I love you too, Des. So thank you again, you guys, for coming out. Thank you for being part of the journey that we are all on. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for your love. And thank you for your well wishes while I was sick also. I believe that your prayers really helped me get past that. So yes, Darlene, until the next time, please take care of yourselves and please stay safe. I want to see you guys all here again next week. Oh, thank you, Des. I appreciate each and every one of you too. Okay, until the next time, you guys, I will be doing watch for that updated read on Suzanne Morphew. And I think the next one after that is going to be Maya. And then I might do an updated on Orrin and Orson, because I hear Jackie's living in a van and all this call stuff. I want to do maybe another read and see what the boys are thinking about that. Okay, so I will see you guys again in the next live, which will be sometime this week. Also, for members, I'm going to be doing that new level, and I'm going to be giving away in the next level will be some free reads for you guys with a new deck that I am getting used to and using, and you guys are going to be my guinea pigs on that. See how well that deck works, and those will be free reads for those of you who join that next level. Okay, so until then, you guys, please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and know that I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye-bye for now.